I'm Hail Zeon, and I just watched Gundam Reconguista in G. Wait a second, didn't you last say that you were going to be watching Turn A Gundam? Whatever happened to that? Well, shut the fuck up, right? I am watching Turn A Gundam, but Turn A Gundam, it's a long show and it takes a while. But, this one's half the length, and actually, little known fact, Agro and I have been watching this, for several months, just chipping away at it very slowly. And we finally got through it. Where's Aggro for this video? Well, he's off doing Aggro things. I can't control the Aggro. The Aggro is a free spirit and does as the Aggro wishes. Witches? Wishes. He's not a witch. He wishes things. Which wish did he wish for? I don't know. This is a dumb joke. So yeah, Reconguista in G. If you pay attention to the full Zeon canon, you might be like, well, wait a second. Did you say that show was terrible and that you shouldn't watch it? Yes. Good on you for paying attention. How did I know the show was bad and not things people should be watching? Because I bought it, and I had been watching it. And like I said, I just recently, Agar and I sat our asses down. We were like, we're going to do it. We're going to watch Reconguista G. We're going to finish this shit. We started it. We're going to finish it. We need to finish it. And we finished it. And fuck, man, I have no clue what the fuck I just watched. And that seems to be like the general consensus with this show is I have no clue what the fuck I just watched. Because the show, like, acts as if, like, you are fully informed about this world, its political dynamics, like, its social structure, and what all these characters are planning and doing at all points in time. And, oh my god, no you don't. Like one of the problems that the show has is that it doesn't have, like, the eye-level character that, like the audience surrogate who gets shit explained to them. Here, it's just a bunch of characters, like, they talk as if, like, how kind of like normal people would, they live in this society, they know what's up, they know the deal, they don't have to explain to one another, that wouldn't make sense, that would, like, break, like, the authentic feel of it, that it would make them feel less real if they were just sitting there expositing things that these back and forth to each other, that they already know for the sake of the audience. And I appreciate that. I hate when fucking characters and shows do that, where they're like, here, let me tell you for like the next 2 minutes this thing that you as the character already know, but the audience doesn't know, so they need to know, so we're going to tell them. It doesn't do that because, the characters know shit. But at no point, though, does it actually inform the audience. Like, you literally just have to sit there and go, okay, I got that little piece. All right, I got that little piece. All right, oh, okay, they mentioned some little things about the social political conflicts. Okay, got that piece. Okay, this character's related to this. Okay, and that character's on this faction. And you have to, like, just build this fucking puzzle. Just this long chain and just, like, and put all the pieces together. And Agro and I kept checking back and forth with each other, like, okay, so that's on that, that's this. What is this thing? I keep mentioning this thing. I don't know what the hell that thing is. And by episode 13, we had it. We figured it out. We were like, okay, cool. Like, there's this thing called Succordism. It's a religion based around this tower. That's why they have this space pope. And, like, this city, this is like the Vatican, basically. And, they get the power source from the SU cord, or the SU cord, the space elevator. They get the photon batteries, and the Space Vatican is in charge of distributing these photon batteries to the rest of the world, but, like, people aren't happy about that, so it creates conflicts. And they have this thing called a tech taboo, which they mention the tech taboo so many fucking times, and you don't really know what the fuck that is. But, like, by the end of it, like, it made sense. It's like, okay, cool. And what the foundation of the story is based on is, after, like, the Universal Century, because it is part of the Universal Century, it's loosely connected, mankind completely wipes stuff out, completely fucks himself over. The people in space go, man, fuck the Earth, so they go out to space and they go live behind the moon. And, like, there's one piece of technology really left, which is the space elevator, the Succord. And basically, the people of this the space colony that lives behind the moon, called Toasanga, they basically act as, like, God for the people still on Earth. They have blown themselves to the shit. They don't have technology anymore, and they are rebuilding themselves back up. And they build this religion around the Succord, and they have the photon batteries, which powers all of their needs. Now, like I said, like, the Space Vatican is to control of everything on Earth. Like the space pope is the only one who actually gets to go up the elevator and talk to the Toasangans, and then before coming back, and they're treated like as godly beings. You know, this is that thing of like, you know, they're like fucking Mount Olympus, and the gods are like, you know, being charitable, but they have rules. They have like the tech taboo, where like, you know, technology can't exceed like a certain level. Like you can't build certain types of things. They're just outlawed. They are not okay by the order of their own religion. And the reason for that is that they feel like if humans get this technology again, like people of Earth get this technology again, they're going to wipe themselves out like they did in the goddamn Universal Century. So they're trying to keep that. Like the Universal Century is this thing talking about, like they talk about the fucking, like the Universal Century like it's the goddamn floods. Like, you know, like it's, like this horrible thing happened and like humanity wiped itself out and to learn its lesson we need to like follow these rules, but they don't follow these rules. And like, once I had all of that information, which took me 13 episodes. Aggro and I took 13 episodes to get this. Once you get all that information, it's like, okay, I got it. I get what this show was doing. I got the foundation. All right, cool. And then we get into the next 13 episodes, and we're completely fucking lost again. Like they introduce the Toasangans and all these different kind of like people with agendas and like all this. So much shit happens, and I can never keep track of who's doing what on what side. And, like, you know, it's just like, oh, well, like, a Toasanga, you can't fight. But, hey, let's just go outside Toasanga and just, like, fucking pick a fight with each other for no goddamn reason. Or, like, you're like, oh, yeah, we're gonna go, like, do this thing. It's like, well, the other faction's like, well, shit, they're leaving Toasanga. We can go fuck with them now. And it's like, oh, man, I don't... And like, you know, like the people of Earth, like, the different factions, like, there's the Soldiers of Ameria. Then you have, like, the people from the capital city, which is the Space Vatican, like, you know, their military, and then you have like the Toasangan military, but even that seems like there's a few subdivisions there, and people with their own agendas, and they're constantly just fucking fighting with one another, but they're also trying to be really diplomatic with one another. So like every episode, there's like some diplomacy and then there's some fighting, but then they act like it's like two separate things that are going on. Like, you know, like, oh yeah, like we can go outside and like fucking like fuck each other up. But once we're in Toasanga, we got to be all political and clean. And I don't understand what these characters are doing or what these people were trying. Like I could tell certain characters had certain agendas, and some of those were easy to keep track of, and then others weren't. And just so vain. Like I feel that in the mind of Yoshiyuki Tomino, like he built this brilliant fucking narrative, but then he didn't actually tell us what it was. And he built the story around this brilliant fucking narrative, the story that he was telling. And then went, oh, shit, like, I didn't actually put in all the details that made this story brilliant, like, told people what made it brilliant. Like, I feel like maybe if you just sat down with, like, a pen and paper and just paused and took notes, like, every couple of minutes, whenever, like, clearly something plot relevant, like, you'd be able to, like, you know, make this little conspiracy chart of like yarn and string just going around all along this corkboard, making connections to make the story make sense. I believe that like it can be done. I'm sure it does make sense, but god damn it, like what was it? One time we went to go back, we were like, okay, I think we're on the last disc. Alright, we're on the last disc, right? So we pop in the last disc and we get about halfway into this episode. I'm like, Aggro, I think we may have skipped an episode. And he goes, I don't think it fucking matters. And I was just like, yeah, alright, you got me, because we wouldn't have fucking understood it any better, because we hadn't been understanding it any better. It's just that now it felt like maybe there was like a plot point that had been skipped over. But it didn't even fucking matter, because like it's not like we really knew what that was going on anyhow. And that was Reconguista and G. Like that was the entire viewing experience. The moment we understood everything, we stopped understanding it one episode later. And then I was just like, okay, like by the end of this, maybe it's going to be like crazy and cool and it's all going to come together. And nope. Like we were thinking like, maybe it'll be like episode 30, episode 26 will be like episode 30 where we just start making all the connections again. Oh my god, it makes brilliant sense now. Nope, no fucking clue. Like the episode like ends like on this moment where like, this character, like the main character, Bellry, is going on like some sort of quest to see the world or whatever, and like I feel like it was supposed to be really impactful and meaningful, and I'm like, I'm sure that this is like some sort of cathartic moment for your character and like brings you full circle, but I have no clue what the fuck that is. So fuck show. I don't know when I was supposed to learn from you. Now you may be wondering, if this show is such a clusterfuck, is there anything in it worth watching? And I go, yes. Like, the mech designs, I love the mech designs. The fucking G-Self, if I can get this thing to stop reflecting, there we go. The G-Self, that's like one of the coolest fucking designs. I love the character designs. It's from the same character designer as, Eureka 7. Like visually, it's so great. It has this great fucking art style where it looks very much like cell animation. Like cell animation with Digipaint, because like the lines aren't like full solid black like you see in most digital animation. It kind of wavers in and out on its darkness, like how dark the lines are. So you see some of the colors bleeding through the line stuff like you would in cell animation. It's such a unique look, and it's so gorgeous to look at. The mech fights are pretty fucking cool. And it has some of my favorite fucking mech designs. Like, some of the mech designs are some like, that's a cool mech. That's a cool mech. That's a cool mech. Something that's really kind of stupid, though, is like the G-Self itself. Even though it's like some sort of weird god technology, they keep giving it like these packs that hook onto it. It's like, oh yeah, it's like this universal pack system. You can just hook it onto the G-Self. And clearly it's just toy bait. It's clear fucking toy bait to sell toys, to sell extra model kits of like the G-Self and all these different interchangeable packs that change its color scheme and change its combat abilities and just change its kind of general appearance. Which really doesn't change like the appearance of the mech, but just it adds more shit to it and like changes its color for some reason. And it's really weird because they talk about how like these packs are like this universal thing, but like the G-Self is the only thing that uses them. And I'm like, well, if it's like a universal adaptation thing, like why don't other things use it? And then it gets like the perfect pack, which is magic. It's just fucking magic. I have no clue what the fuck is going on. Like, I mean, Gundam is borderline on magic before, but it's like, I can always understand, like, the weird shit it was doing. Like the Seki Haten Kyoken. Okay, it's the fucking Kamehameha of the Dragon Ball universe. I got that. It's some sort of fucking, like, magical warrior, like, spirit bullshit. I got that. New types and, like, the Psycho Frame and, like, how that works. I get it. This, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I didn't get it! Ah! I don't get the show. But yeah, that's Reconguista G. It's a complete utter clusterfuck. I say, if you are a Gundam completionist, you're gonna see it at some point. If you get really hardcore into the Gundam thing, you're gonna want to see it eventually, especially if you get into the Tomino end of things. And if you just want to see Tomino off the fucking rails, just like, woo! Yeah, go check out Reconguista G. Like, I mean, there's a lot of cool shit in this. There's some great fucking character designs. There's some great artwork and mechs and, like, and the world that these characters inhabit is so fucking interesting. The idea of, like, oh yeah, like, this entire religion based around this fucking space elevator, and, like, the people in the space are pretty much treated as gods, and they're dictating, like, the laws of the world, like humanity has to live by, but they're kind of breaking God's laws, and, like, that's cool shit. It's just, once the plot starts going, it just, woo! It's gone, people! I don't know where the fuck it was going, but it went places. And that's Reconguista G. Like, the characters are really charming, like, the music is nice, it's visually aesthetically pleasing. That's the things that got me through this. The characters being ridiculously charming, the world they inhabit being really goddamn interesting. There's just so much to like about this show, but if you're looking for a coherent, cogent story, fuck no, you will not find this here at all. So watch at your own discretion. Like, you're gonna see interesting things, you're gonna find some interesting world building. You will not find a cogent narrative at all. Fuck. Man, Reconguista G. I give it a fucking acid trip out of 10. Go watch it, maybe.